and welcome here to TalkFCB, and welcome back to the channel, guys, where Barca have reached the quarter-final stage of the Champions League. We are in to the final 8 teams, and that is really, really important for us here. The way that we did it as well was dominant tonight. It was really emphatic the way that we scored our goals. Raphinha was extraordinary, and what can you say about the magic, about the genius of Lamine Yamal? Well, today we're going to try and put it into words. Unbelievable goals, incredible moments, and Barca, like I say, are safely through, as we were all hoping for. I hope that you enjoyed that, guys, and I hope you enjoyed this here. So come on, and let's do this. Because even before the game kicked off tonight, guys, you could really sense in and around the stadium there the atmosphere. You know, this was a traditional Champions League night, or really Champions League evening, because of the early kickoff. Really, really impressive atmosphere outside the stadium there. Lots of Barca fans gathering and giving it that European night feel. And I do have to say, in terms of the lineup, well, we all saw it coming. You know, it was very, very clear that Flick was going to stick with those that performed in Portugal, that really did dig in and work for the team. But of course tonight, guys, we were all hoping and expecting a different kind of game. You know, 11 versus 11 there. Araujo, of course, coming in for the suspended Pau Cubarsí. That was the only change from the first leg. And it did prove to be very, very different. It did prove here to be a Barcelona team that went out and really attacked Benfica. But of course, before the game, guys, one thing that we have to say is we did all remember and come together to give a minute's silence there for Carlos Minero Garcia, the Barcelona doctor who sadly passed away on Saturday. And of course, before the game, Hansi Flick was clear in saying, look, we're going to go out there and we are going to play for him. We are going to remember him. We are going to carry him and hold him in our hearts. And tonight, I think it's safe to say the players did Carlos Minero Garcia very, very proud indeed. Because to be honest, guys, what you got from Barca tonight was real togetherness. That's the way that I felt from the very first minute of this game, because in the past, you know, looking at previous seasons, there's been Champions League knockout games like this whereby, okay, you'd expect Barca to beat Benfica. Let's be honest here, with the squad that we have, with the team that we are, you'd expect us to come through a home leg to reach the quarter-final of the Champions League. But just because we should do that hasn't necessarily meant in previous years that we have done that. You know, I remember a time, of course, in the group stage recently where we had to beat Benfica to go through. We didn't, and we dropped into Europa League. And there had been, over the past few seasons, a nervous kind of energy about Barca in these kinds of European clashes. But tonight, there was none of that. And that is what I love about this game here, love about this performance, and what can give us all confidence moving on to the quarterfinals. Every single player tonight, they had no doubt in their mind. They had absolute conviction we were going through. And not only did we believe that we were, we acted upon that. We went out there, put on some absolutely phenomenal football, and ultimately blew Benfica away with our quality. And let's just start with Lamine Yamal, because you look at the first goal here, it all starts with him. It is absolutely magical play here. The way that he picks the ball up, he's on the edge of the box there. He sits defenders down. This is a regular occurrence. If you come up against Yamal, if you've got to mark and defend him, you have to accept, I'm going to get sat down. I should make myself comfortable here. He is going to put me on the floor. It happens. Unlucky. Yamal there, gliding past Benfica's defenders, then gets his head up. And in this position here, you've got to say, he's incredibly unselfish. You know, he could very easily go for goal, but he doesn't do that. He's not interested in doing that there. He puts it right across goal. Nicely positioned there for Raphinha. But what I've got to say about this too, the finish is very, very good. You know, it looks as though it's an easy goal, you know, on a plate here for Raphinha. It's a great ball from Yamal, but he still has to cushion this, actually. He takes the weight off it there with the finish, puts it back across the goalkeeper. Really clever, really smart finish from Raphinha. And Barca had the early goal, which was really, really important there in terms of the game and in terms of the tie. And it was Yamal and Raphinha very early on showing we are the men who are going to carry Barca forward. But of course, guys, it didn't go perfectly to plan after that opening goal, because just when we thought, okay, now we're going to go from strength to strength, well, Benfica went straight up the other end there from a corner, And they immediately equalised in this game, because obviously when that ball comes in there, I think Barca believe Lewandowski's going to get it clear, but then actually there just glances off his head, goes all the way to Otamendi, and I don't think Szczesny is quite prepared and ready then to make the save from that. So Benfica getting themselves straight back in it. That was a bit of a wake-up call, and credit to Barca here. They just responded. You know, there was no change again in the mentality, no change in the mood there. There wasn't any fear setting in. It was okay. That wasn't ideal. That was a bit of a setback, but let's keep going. We know what we're capable of. We know what we're doing here, and we will score again. And this goal, guys, I was on the floor. I'm talking about Yamal sitting down defenders. He's even putting us on the floor. I mean, what a goal this is. The way here, there's nothing on. He is squaring up a defender in a position whereby nothing can happen. There shouldn't be any danger developing here. But this is Yamal. This is Lamine Yamal. He can create danger from anywhere on the field. He cuts in. And what I love about this from Yamal, if you watch him when he cuts in, he's making these little glances up. He's actually checking the goalkeeper's position all of the time. He's making his way in field. He's looking at the goalkeeper. And then what he does next, it's genius. There's no other word to describe this. What he does here, it's magical. Because this kind of finish, you don't see this. This is not something that every player, any player to be honest, apart from maybe one or two special ones, can produce. Because he puts his foot around the ball. He doesn't put his foot through it. You know, he's a long way from goal. But he caresses this ball. He just places it almost beyond the goalkeeper. It's almost a lob. He's actually there, just lifted it over the keeper. He knows where the keeper is. He's lifted it over him, lofted it there into the back of the net. And it's so casual. You know, as he hits this, he's just lightly jogging away. You know, he knows exactly what he's done. He knows as soon as that leaves his boot there, that is heading into the back of the net. And he's unmoved. He expects to do this. Yamal is next level. He is genuinely beyond his years. The magic, the wisdom, the genius from this young man, it staggers us every week. And here and now, he delivers again in the Champions League, tonight becoming the youngest player ever to score and assist in a Champions League game. What a player, what a goal, and that gave Barca the lead. But of course, guys, Lamine Yamal, Raphinha, they were not done there yet. You know, they had more football to play. They had more goals to score. And actually, one of my favourite moments there from that whole Yamal goal, it was actually the celebration, you know, first of all with Alejandro Balde, which was fantastic, but also then Raphinha comes over to Yamal. Raphinha, who's having a record-breaking season of his own, he's there polishing Yamal's boots. And I remember actually as a kid doing that celebration on FIFA there, so that really does bring back incredible memories for me, and just lovely to see those two, the combination they have, the charisma between them, the two really do get on well and complement each other's games so well as well. But actually, for the third goal, it's all about Alejandro Balde. Now, he tonight was just rapid. He was everywhere, and he has been really growing in influence as this season has gone on. Balde has been so effective there, making those forward runs. Flick has been very clear to get the best out of him in that area. He plays it through to Raphinha at the perfect time, even though he's fouled. And I think this goal from Raphinha, it sums him up this season, not only in terms of his campaign, but how he's been playing in the Champions League. He gets this ball from Balde, one touch, bang! It's a goal, no questions asked. And he's just so clinical, and he's just so devastating in front of goal. Benfica think they've got him tightly marked. Benfica think, okay, to beat us now, to beat the goalkeeper here, he's got to go hard and low across him. That's exactly what Raphinha does. And in front of goal, he's feeling it. He's feeling himself here. He is a man at the top of his game in terms of ability and in terms of confidence. And I just loved those displays out there tonight, guys. Whether it was Raphinha, whether it was Lamine Yamal in front of goal, they were absolutely perfect. But can I just say, nearly every player, you know, nearly every single Barcelona player out there tonight, they were just flawless. They were just effortless in the way they were going about. I thought there was some excellent midfield performances. I was really actually gutted that Frankie didn't get his goal tonight, because I thought he was so good bringing the ball forward. Perfect kind of game for him here. He really was getting involved in the final third, and he very nearly got on the end there and diverted home a goal of his own, and he deserved it. He really would have. He was one of the top performances tonight. We know Pedri. We know he's incredible. We know he's always going to be incredible, and he was absolutely superb too. Dani Olmo. I mean, you go through every player. You go through every single Barcelona player, and that's what this team is. This is the group that Hansi Flick has built piece by piece, player by player. And every single one of these now, they are in to the quarterfinals. And it only feels like we're getting started. It doesn't feel as though now we're into the quarters, now we're into the final eight, we can start getting excited. Our job's only just begun. We have huge ambitions. We have big aspirations. And we are only just getting started in the Champions League, guys. So please do let me know, what did you make of it out there tonight? What did you make of the performances, the goals that we saw, the individual magic from Raphinha, his Champions League campaign, and that strike from Yamal? I want to hear from you, each and every one of you. Let me know how you are feeling, and I cannot wait for the last 8. I will see all of you guys soon. Thank you indeed for the great support. But until next time, as always, Visca, El Barça.